Hey folks, it is John McCarthy coming with you today, and I am pumped up because I have my good friend and my personal doctor, Dr. Gary Huber, with me this morning. Good morning, Gary.
Good morning, John. How are you? It's a little early this morning. I'm still getting that first cup of coffee in, so hopefully I'm
You and
awake.
me both, my friend. So, folks, listen to this. You don't even have to file a claim for today's medical advice that you're going to get from Dr. Gary Huber. This is good. And it really came on the heels of a conversation that he and I had as we were talking about our businesses and then talking about COVID and how we adapt. And then I just kind of asked him, what are you seeing just in humanity around how people are taking to this season? And he said something that was, I mean, it's stuck in my head. I'll let him reveal it, but he saw some common denominators of the way that people are dealing with this season of change and really the difference between what was August 19 and August 20. And I was fascinated by this, and I know you'll love to hear it too. So, Gary, tell us a little bit about the season and what you're experiencing in your practice.
You and I were just sharing conversation, and I can't even remember which one of us spotted it, but it was somebody else had posted something that during the season of COVID, have you become a hunk, a chunk, or a drunk? And we both laughed, and you added, or a monk, right? Have you squirreled yourself away with social distancing and isolated yourself? And we just started, bouncing that back and forth. And it really goes to the heart of what I see. So I see my patients every day. And it's interesting. I've shared this a little bit. There's a directional change. I see one of two personalities. The person that is absolutely living in fear, COVID's going to kill me and my family, and it's horrible. And so they stay home and eat ice cream and eat cookies and drink booze and crawl into their bottle. And then there's the other person that comes in and they have the sheepish grin and they go, this has been awesome. I don't have to drive to work in the morning. I work from home. I have more time. My kids are home. I'm working out more. I'm getting in better shape. And they go down this laundry list of things that you and I do every day that they realize I didn't need to be doing that. I found out I can work out at home. I don't need to drive to the gym. Or certain things in their life that they were attending to that they realized were extraneous and simply a drain. And it gave them a chance, which is something I loved. I love change. I love change because change is all there is. And when we fight it, we invite pain, right? But many of my patients are rolling into this change and saying, this is awesome. I've redefined where I'm going, or what's important to me. And there are things that weren't important that I was dedicating a lot of time to. So as you and I kind of sat on that, the things that percolated to the top for me was everything that people are experiencing is based on their beliefs. If you believe that COVID is going to wipe us out, we've been down this, and I guess my background, I was in emergency medicine for 20 years. And we watched H1N1. It was going to kill us all. We watched Ebola. It was going to kill us all. We watched bird flu and swine flu. And so my perspective in medicine has been, every 3 to 5 years, we get another scare. That's something horrible. And the question is, why is this one so exaggerated? And I think it's just media. Social media, we've only had this for the last 10 years. So in the past, it didn't get the chance to be amplified. I think right now our culture is becoming very, very divisive. People are, you're right or wrong, you're black or white, you're Republican, you're Democrat. And I think that's fueled some of this. But at the end of the day, COVID is just another virus and it'll pass. And it's really much different than the flu. But how are you reacting to it is based on what you believe,
Well, I do, and I'll just call it out in me. I mean, I've really had to take the thoughts captive. If we know psychologically, and you know this better than I do, that behavior is created by thoughts and thoughts and feelings are created by beliefs, as you alluded to. We really have to come back to our beliefs. And in my moments of weakness where I wasn't the hunk or the healthy monk, maybe the chunk or the drunk, I was asking myself, what am I believing here? And a lot of times it was revolving around a feeling of fear, instability. And you and I have had some conversation around our true belief in who we are and how we're stable and secure in life and our relationship with God. And you just brought up this morning something really important. So just if you're listening to this right now, you're probably saying, okay, well, what do I do with this, right? If I'm a chunk or a hunk or a monk or a drunk. it really kind of comes down to your purpose and your impact, and really what you alluded to is your personal mission statement. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, as I shared with you, about 20 years ago, I was introduced this concept of, do you have a personal mission statement? You know, we get up when we go to work to our employer, and if we work for a big company, you know your company has a mission statement. It's not just something they hang on the door. It's something that guides a company when they come to a fork in the road, when they have to make a decision. You know, should we acquire this oil refinery? Well, is it in alignment with your mission statement as a business? But as individuals, we don't commonly do that. We get up, we respond to the demands of other people, the opinions of other people. We're bouncing off regulations and requirements, but we really don't drive toward an endpoint. We don't have a destination in mind. If asked to define your perfect self, if asked to define who you are, why do you matter? What is your life about? Where are you going? And I'm not talking about goals like I want to be a millionaire by the time I'm 45, or I want a house or a car. That's part of it, but it's bigger than that. A mission statement is more of what is important to me. Who am I? And you have to write that down. And I revisit my mission statement every morning, because there are qualities in a mission statement that define who you're going to be that day, right? One of my biggest pains of the past was feeling like I had to get this 27-page to-do list done today. And we know that's not going to happen. And I would run through my days almost in a frantic, hurried pace, trying to accomplish a to-do list. Well, that's ridiculous. Life is not a to-do list. And it would rob me of the joy of the day. I wouldn't really be with John, right? I would just be doing this so I could get to the next thing. So part of my mission statement says, life is not a harried, frantic mess. It's peaceful and it's joyous. And there's ample time and ample resources for everything. One of the sentences in my mission statement is, find the joy and the happiness inside of every second, of every minute, of every hour, of every day. That rings so true when I find myself beginning to feel stress or beginning to feel pressure. I go, wait a minute. There's joy and happiness right now in this moment, if I choose to see it. And unfortunately, if we don't have that as a part of our mission statement, we just dig ourselves deeper into the pain. We just feel that stress and we feel that pressure and we wear it and we moan about it and we whine about it and we complain to our spouse and then we drink and then we eat cookies. And so if we don't have a direction, we're more at risk for that. If I have a firm mission statement and I know who I am and where I'm going and I revisit it every day, and you know how that guy on the street looks when he's walking and you know that guy's going somewhere, he's got somewhere to be, you're not easily going to distract him. But if we don't have that mission statement, we're continually distracted and interrupted and pop-ups on our screen and emails and texts. We're continually distracted. So some years ago, I created our Mind Body Mission. It's a 6-hour online course that I have my patients do, because whether they come to me for weight loss or reversing diabetes or whatever it is, if they don't have an idea of what's important to them, they're not going to be able to engage a lifestyle that fuels their success. So I think there's lots of ways to come about a mission statement, but most people never engage that concept. So, yeah.
Well, Gary, I mean, it's such simple wisdom, right? And as you and I often share, is right now it's easy to be focusing on the external realities of the world, right? And we, because we hang out in business circles a lot and talk about business entities and how to adapt to a season like this, right? And the rapid pace of change that we're in. But we cannot have a healthy business if we don't have a healthy home, and we cannot have a healthy home if we don't have a healthy self and mindset. So I love where you just bring it all back to the intentionality of your beliefs and your mission. And quite frankly, that's the starting point. That's really simple and profound. So I just really am grateful to have you as my doctor. You know, this man, look at this guy. This guy is 113 years old. Look how good he looks. He is a practitioner of health and wellness, and you've been a breath of fresh air to so many. Thank you for the impact you've had on this city as an integrative medicine doctor. It's awesome. Your story is inspiring, and you've transformed a lot of us. So we're grateful, my friend.
Thank you very much. And again, you walk your talk as well. right? As we were talking this morning, you're going to leave work to go to your daughter's tennis match, right? That's plugging into the juice of life. That's why we're here. There's an old saying that I have. It sits right next to my bed, and it says, "Treasure the small things in life, because one day you realize they were the big things." Right? Being at your daughter's tennis match, and that's important. So, thank you for having me. It was great to be here. And for anybody who's interested, if you want more information, again, our website, huberpm.com. We have an Instagram, we have Facebook. I'm constantly putting out information and videos on this topic because I'm so passionate about it. I think it's important that we connect inward, because that's where all the answers are, right? They're inward, and taking that journey inward to discover who we are, and then blessing the world with it is hopefully our agenda.
Amen. Amen. That's it. And, you know, for many that will be watching this, they're leaders in business. And just remember, folks, you can't lead well until you lead yourself. And personal beliefs, personal mission, wellness is the catalytic component of the foundation of leading oneself well. So, Gary, thanks again, man. It's been awesome to start the morning with you. Now I'm going to go take a shower, so I'm not a skunk. So, folks, if you're a monk, a chunk, a drunk, or a hunk,
yeah, baby,
skunk.
Just you be you. All right, man. Take care.
All right, buddy. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
You too. Bye now.